Start. Thank you very much, sir. Hello to everybody. It is with big pleasure I'm announcing and welcoming you on our annual general meeting of shareholders of ASBIS Group. Before we start voting for resolutions, we need to stand up for election of chairman first. And if no one have objections, then it will be me. We vote for the chairman. Thank you very much. Now it's time to establish the correctness of the AGM and ability to make the resolutions. I remind you that according by laws and articles, the AGM is correct. To be correct, it must be at least 8 shareholders, and resolutions are passed if minimum 75% vote for the resolution. And I ask now Secretary of the company to confirm that we are satisfying the number, since currently we have 27 shareholders attending the meeting, 11 in person, and 16 via proxies. All proxies have been handed to Secretary. Secretary, please comment. Are we correct here or not? No.
We confirm the quorum and the correctness of AGM. So
We can proceed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, now we have established the correctness of AGM. And before we go to vote for resolutions, I'd like to remind the course of last year. To say the year was tough, it means to say nothing. Because it started in early first days of January of 22 with big street activities in Kazakhstan. Our Apple office has been destroyed. Fortunately, they only took products, but safe furniture. Basically, we have to say big thanks to Kazakh government who compensated to us loss. And actually, from end of January, we reset and started to conduct business again. And then, boom, February 24th. So the war started, and basically we got completely different priorities. First of all, sanctions appeared. We deal with movement of goods out of Russia immediately. 16, 18, 20 trucks from Russia to Kazakhstan of products which were under sanctions, and we're fortunate because from March 10, Russian government closed the borders. Fortunately, all our trucks moved in. The last one was 4 hours before the border was closed. Yeah, adrenaline was enough. Then we immediately set up a compliance team to make sure that practically we follow sanctions. There's no questions on executive level, and we had great support from in-country management. And we fixed it. Yeah, we had inventory, but we moved it to other locations. And then we focus on migrations. I remind you that yeah, we established funds to support migrations of our Ukrainian, Belarusian, Russian colleagues, because and HR was every morning reporting that everybody in Ukraine is still fine. Morning by morning, we try to manage chaos because people are already were moving around and up in the west part of Ukraine. And bombs, we had fortunately 10 days before it started, I talked to our GM in Ukraine. I said, look, we have a shelter in the office. Can you put water and food and toilet there? And he did it. As a result, we have about 14 families live there for months. Yeah, we blocked their house physically with trucks, etc. And okay, fortunately, then step by step, it was more manageable. But first 2 months, we were busy with migration. As a result, actually, we relocated about 100 colleagues here to Cyprus with their families. And we fully support accommodations and migration and the migrations. In parallel, we have to adjust strategy. Russia was a big market for us, Belarus as well. Ukraine was heavily affected. March. Yeah, so we were building in parallel what to focus on. That's how we came to a new strategy to expand to Africa. This was so we get scared. It was such a big market. So let's look Africa. Maybe they will welcome us. Next step, we develop that part. Also, what was more effective, because Africa need time to develop, we continue that. It's strategic move for group. But we had competent resources in Russia and Belarus, so we proposed to employees to migrate to other serious countries. We remove focus from Belarus to what we call Focus 5. Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia, Uzbekistan, and Moldova, 5 countries where we had limited resources and less attention, frankly. Because top 3 were Belarus, Ukraine, and Kazakhstan for us. So we relocated resources there. People also accepted to migrate. As a result, we really enhanced our teams, PENAPAL and non-APAL in Kazakhstan and in these 5 countries. I have to say, it was when we measured end of year, basically it was a tough but super project because we doubled business in 9 months in these new territories and fully in Q4, fully substituted loss of our business in Belarus by these 5 countries. It shows or demonstrated strengths of ASBIS, ability to mobilize and to work hard but smart as well. And yeah, I thank to all our employees, team members, service providers who were around us and are around us, yeah, to support us, and the results talk. We gained more contracts in the course of last year on distribution, expanded contracts to Middle East and now already to Africa as well. They agreed with multiple core vendors. Have business to develop, it's a great thing. In parallel, or after this first 3 months after February 24, yeah, we continue to focus on development. As you know, we established last year our robotic division. From this quarter already started the sales. It was 9 months of preparation. Same time, I also invested to 3 new startups, few of them from Cyprus, biotech, biomed, and so company still invest in its future development despite of the circumstances around us. that's what I wanted to remind or to sum up in a few minutes the course development in 2022. And now let's go to resolutions. Unless if you have questions, you can ask that part. And otherwise, we go through the resolutions and vote. Okay, first resolution is about the AGM shareholders to approve reports of directors and auditors of Asbis Enterprises PLC. Maybe before we voting, we vote the word to auditors.
Yes,
Yeah. So, John, maybe you can make short summary of your experience with us.
absolutely. Thank you for the invitation. The audit was fully completed on time. Audit report was signed on the 29th of March. The audit was completed without having any significant findings. It was a smooth audit from our side. Having said that, the situation that you described, Sergey, also affected our audit planning significantly. From our end, we did not expect Kazakhstan and Ukraine to do so well during 2022. We were fully surprised. Therefore, we had to modify our approach and do extensive work in those jurisdictions on top of Cyprus and other significant components. Having said that, the audit was completed successfully. We have given a clean opinion in our audit report. And I also here, I have to thank management for the excellent support during the cooperation, during the audit. It would not have been a success without significant cooperation from the team.
Thank you.
I'm available for any questions you might have.
Any questions to auditors? Hope you don't need to read reports. Report is published and available. Okay, thank you very much. And yeah, you're welcome to stay unless you're busy. You understand.
And I will stay just for a little bit.
Super, thank you. So, resolution. So, after consideration of the reports of directors and auditors of the company for the year ended 31st of December 22, the annual general meeting of shareholders hereby approves the directors and auditors reports of Asbis Enterprises PLC for the year ended December 22. And it's attached to the resolution. So, shareholders, please vote. We vote. Please come. Okay, this resolution is approved. Thank you very much. Next resolution. It's an approval of audited financial statements of Asbis Enterprises PLC for the year ended December 31st, 22. Reading after consideration of the audited financial statements of the company for the year ended December 22, the annual general meeting of shareholders hereby approves the audited financial statements of Asbis Enterprises PLC for the year. It's attached to resolutions. Shareholders, please vote.
Resolution is approved.
The resolution is approved. Thank you very much. Next one. It's about auditors' remunerations. That's why I don't stay. So it's about auditors' remuneration of Asbis Enterprises PLC for the year ended December 22. And the resolution said the annual general meeting of shareholders, having fully considered the undernoted matters, approve the auditor's remuneration for the year ended December 22, amounting of $536,093. And the resolution also shall be in force and effect from the date of adoption. Shareholders, please vote. We approve.
Resolution is approved.
Thank you very much. Next one. It's a authorization of the board of directors to appoint the auditors of Aspis Enterprises PLC and fix their remuneration for year 2023. So the annual general meeting of shareholders, having fully considered the undernoted matters, hereby authorizes the company's board of directors to appoint the auditors of Aspis Enterprises PLC and to fix their remuneration for year 2023 at later date.
The resolution is approved.
Thank you. Okay, next one. It's about me. The annual, I read it, the annual general meeting of shareholders, having fully considered that Serhiy Kostevich retires from his office and been eligible over himself for re-election. Two directors must retire. I'm okay.
We approve.
Thank you very much. And another one about Marius also. So AGM, having fully considered that Mr. Marius Christou retires from his office and being eligible for himself for re-election. Okay, good. Now, next one. It's about dividends, and I read it again. The AGM declares final dividend payment for the year ended December 31, 2022, amounting $0.25 per share, in line with the recommendation of a company board of directors. Second, annual AGM has acknowledged the decision of the board of directors to approve interim dividend $20 per share in December 2022. It was interim. And the remaining part of the profit for year ended December 22 will be transferred to retained earnings. The AGM set the dividend date for June 26 of the year, and the dividend payout will be from July 6th. See. Shareholders, please vote.
We approve.
Approved.
Approval of remuneration report of Aspis Enterprises PLC, the AGM of shareholders, having fully considered the undernoted matters, approves the remuneration report of Aspis Enterprises PLC for year ended December 22, and it's attached to the resolution. Shareholders, please vote.
We approve.
Thank you very much. And the last one. About diversity policy, the AGM, having fully considered the undernoted matters, approves hereby diversity policy applicable to the board of directors of Aspis Enterprises PLC. The policy is already published on our website under CSR. So you can read from there, but I ask shareholders to approve the diversity policy. Be careful.
We approve.
We approve.
Approved.
Okay. So actually, we are done. Any other questions or points to discuss? No. Then I'm happy to start, unless there are questions. Bartek, did you collect any questions? No. Okay. So thank you very much for your time and presence here. So we consider the AGM closed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.